How about now? Sorry about that. For some reason, my mic's just not working. Let me let me let me delete that and then re-add it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now it's back. Sorry for that, y'all. Okay. Let me know if there are any more audio issues. That that explains why I was saying my audio stream bitrate isn't doing very well. Okay. All right. So yeah, now we're just gonna do some stuff, get some work done. Okay, I'm in the mood to speed run a lot of this. Let's see, how about I really like the color of these leaves more. Let's actually let's I'm going to let's replace these leaves with something a little bit nicer. Where'd the where'd the properties explode? There. Okay, so outer leaves has this color map. File, game settings. Is there a plugin for this? It's like view to a toolbox. Yeah, how have you been doing, TKO? So let's see. Decal. Import decal. Import local images decal. This is a scam. That's just a Roblox service. Why is that $5? Maybe it's really good UX. I guess most people don't know that. I just want to find the decal info. Probably not a scam. It's probably fine. I regret saying it was a scam. It it's just this, to my understanding, this is literally just a get service call. But I'm sure they have some nice UX to make it easier for people. Let's see. Learn to code, y'all. It's beneficial. Okay. Decal painter, decal removal, decal tool, image, image IDs in seconds. Why do I feel like I already have MG somewhere? Hey there, Wolf. How's it going? And Tikuyo, I'm not saying that correctly. Please let me know. Um, what are you going to work on today? So I'm going to start with messing around with the textures on these trees because they're kind of annoying me. I don't like the color of them. And for that, I want to find the source texture first, which I believe, yeah, so RBX Asset ID Finder. Let's see if that's correct. Okay, this has been deemed a useless resource as seen with feedback from multiple developers. It's pretty self-explanatory. All right, so let me let's right now I'm actually briefly popping into the Roblox website. I know y'all can't see anything right now. I'm just trying to figure out the okay, so creations, development items, decals. Yeah, so we're gonna start by just trying to locate a yeah, we're trying to find this specific asset. We're trying to get the source of it. Um, but it might just be easier to do it the stupid way. All right, so server script server, so start. All right, so starter GUI, screen GUI, image label, image ID. Okay, here we are. Image color. So let's see. Scale type. Isn't there supposed to be like a tool for this? Could have sworn there was supposed to be a tool for like actually getting the fitting the image. Okay, so fit slice. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so hopefully, let's see, that works a bit better. So we're just going to get the original size here. So it looks like the image size is 1024 by 1024. Um, so so then we're just going to go, so in terms of the actual size, now 1024 by 1024. The only problem is my screen isn't actually big enough to fit that. That's unfortunate. Okay, how about this? We're gonna do it half and we're gonna do it half and half, you know? Okay, so I think okay, come on. Am I able to make it just a little bit bigger? If I pop it out, can I make it just a tiniest bit bigger? All right. Okay, I think that should be the right size. Now, but wait, this is there's a transparent background on this. I know there's got to be a way to like make it a fully transparent background, right? Like there's got to be a way to find the original image source, right? Because I just want to modify it. Okay, let's see. Or hero slots over, so we don't have to remake it. Yep, yeah. The plan is for all the data to be backwards compatible. So hopefully nothing to worry about with that. Okay. So we are just going to do this the annoying way. Let's create a new scene. I'm going to call it copy over scene. Duplicate GIMP. And then we want to have the scene. We want to add GIMP as a scene. Sorry, as a capture. Window capture. Okay. Create new GIMP source vision. Okay. So sorry, I'm just right now. I am trying to find. There's no. I'm trying to find the way to capture the. All right, there we go. Transparency. Okay, so let's move this down. Okay, so now add. Sorry, I know this isn't the most exciting stuff right here. Yeah, the right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it so that OBS captures GIMP while I so duplicate. Okay, so duplicate. Okay, rename GIMP scene collection tools automatic scene switcher. And what I want to do is okay. So if I'm not supposed to, I'm just surprised that for some reason GIMP didn't show up on the window capture. Because to me that would have made sense. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yay. All right, we did it, y'all. Yay. Okay. So now create from clipboard. All right, beautiful. What? Did it just go away? No, come on. Don't do that to me. Automatic scene switcher. This is depressing. Okay, no worries. I'm just gonna give up for now. Uh, I don't like we've made too many mistakes too quickly. Yeah, no, sorry, Ryan. Yeah, no, I was trying to I don't like the color of the trees, and so I was trying to edit the original texture and trying to get OBS Studio to recognize GIMP, and that's just a headache. And so I have given up on that right now. I just have to do it off stream just to figure out, how to set all that up. Um, but yeah, so now we're doing map stuff. I think, let's see, we have like we can put some more trees down, I'm guessing. The trees are nice. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I didn't make them, but I agree. I think they're really good. Um, okay, so okay, okay, so this I should make this a tree. Whoops. Editable images win. Yeah, yeah. That'd be so nice. Hopefully, sometime this year. That's what my hope is. I think it'll be an RDC thing first because that's how they do the big stuff. Like you'll see like nothing will come out in like July, August, and September because they're holding, well, I guess for a specific day in September at RDC when they announce it to everyone and it's like, grabs headlines and stuff. Though I'm not sure if editable images is, maybe that's just too wonky to grab headlines, but I'd be upset. I'd read that headline. Um, let's see. Will some of the old suit textures stay? When you say old suit textures, what exactly do you mean? Because to my memory, you weren't able to texture the suits, but maybe I misremember. So I mean, the character editor will be remade, so it'll be improved. I guess and there will be backwards compatibility. So anything you made in the old one should look still pretty good, ideally better when translated to the new one. There's materials. Oh yeah, we're going to be adding the custom materials to the new to the game. We're going to be adding those. There's going to be a lot of customization with those, as much as we can get away with, hopefully. The question is, how many, how many do we actually keep? I think we might have to do a bit of trial and error where, we try to figure out which ones are most demanded and most used. Because unfortunately, textures are just very heavy. And so if you had like 100 textures very quickly, your game starts loading really slowly, which is unfortunate. Okay. How do I select all? Um, how do I select all? Okay, select and explore. Okay, we want to make all trees vegetation. Okay, beautiful. Okay, and so that hopefully works all right. Okay, but yeah, like for now, like we're not going to go too crazy on this. I think I'm okay saying that this park is more or less complete for the purposes of moving. Okay, so park. Okay, so we have, okay, so park. Okay, so let's move these back in. Okay, so we're just gonna call these decoration. All right, beautiful. Ah, okay, yeah. So yeah, we'll be adding material functionality. I don't know if much beyond that. Okay, so hopefully, okay, so I think, okay, so we have this looking pretty good. Not saying it's perfect. There's a lot of stuff that I think will need to be improved over time. But this is, I think making stuff good enough is a victory. Like just good enough for us to continue. Um, I just really hate those textures. It's going to be painful. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's. Okay, I'm just going to do 30. Okay, so we'll figure that out next time. I know. I know. Um, let's see what else. I think. Let's see. What should we do here? So we have. Okay, so I guess what building do y'all want to work on next? We have apartments, bank, town hall, construction, prison, and hospital. Well, what's our next target? I'm gonna try to burn through these today. Construction. I'm seeing one for construction. Okay, any other votes, or are we going construction? Police department? Nah. I'm open to adding police at some point as like, sort of like an NPC faction, but for the most part, I don't know. I don't want a bunch of people role playing as cops. I'm more of the Batman, universe view of them. Yeah, the urban camping infrastructure. Yeah. No, we're not doing the West Coast city. Sorry. This is very East Coast, except for all the buildings that are inspired by the West Coast. Okay. Okay. So how about, let's see, is this what are the dimensions of this? Size, it doesn't seem right. This is 61. What's going on here? How is this? Oh, so it had changed it or something. I was like, this does not, heck? Why does it think that it's so big? That is so weird. Look at that. The sizes are all set wrong. Huh, that's odd. Also, I realized I didn't turn on the lights. Let me, okay, and I am back. Um, all right, so uh, I guess I'll just set it manually. Why is it insisting everything is these sizes? I'm going to lose my mind. What is going on? Genuinely. What, what the heck? Why was it not letting me resize it? Okay, now this is some weird stuff. Okay, I think. Okay, y'all see this? The properties are genuinely broken. Just gonna open and close them and hope that works. What is actually going on here? You see this? It's insisting on this scale for things. What the heck? I've never seen this in my entire life. Just gonna try to make a new mesh part, and then we'll just copy over the mesh ID. Okay, looks like I'm doing construction. Should I reboot Studio? This is actually genuinely strange. Okay, I'm just gonna reboot Studio because I've never seen that be broken, and so I don't really know what to make of it. Computer programs can never stay consistent, or maybe they're too consistent. Maybe, yeah. Hey there, Chill. How's it going? Park's looking really good. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so let's hope that whatever was going on with that is now I have to wait for everything to load in again. Uh, The second I finish with the map, I am taking all of those materials and just hiding them. My goodness. Okay. Um, okay, so now let's see. Does this have the same size as before? No, the size is right. Okay, that's nice. Okay, we win, we win. So name, fence, okay. Okay, so let's round the scale of it. So 1, 7.5. Where's the rig at? There it is. Okay, so we want to make this feel like it's the right scale. To my knowledge, usually these don't get that high, so we might consider doing something like that, and then making it like that. Okay, I think that seems like a much more correct scaling. Honestly, even a bit lower. Any sneak peeks of Superhero Life 4? This essentially. This is the start of Superhero Life 4 functionally, in terms of the code at least. The assets are all going to be Superhero Life 2 remake. Um, see the gaming zone? Go take a shower? Oh, no, no need to apologize, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, take as long as you need. Let's see. So I'm just gonna copy these over. Okay. Let's move this a little bit over. Okay, so we have these fences, fence row. Okay, looks all right. Hey, I appreciate you playing, Just a Geek. I just like making games, and I'm thankful that y'all, happen to enjoy playing them. Anyway, I had a lot of games that were important to my childhood, so feels nice to pay it forward in a sense, you know? Okay, so how about, okay, so that looks all right. Okay. All right, so these fence rows are pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to add fence row. Let's see. Building gray boxes. Okay, so we're going to call this the park. Okay. Map, roads. Okay, so we're just going to group up all of the all of that into there. Map object, old map, rig, ocean. All right, yeah, we've cleaned that up. Will there be vehicles like in the original? Um, Gaming zone. Sorry, vehicles. Probably. I might move towards smaller things like motorcycles, but people bought cars in the original, so if I can, I want to support that. Um, oh yeah, no, the Roku screen's pretty fun. I had that. I remember seeing that as a kid. All the like aliens and Godzilla in the background. Um, let's see. Yeah, so now I guess let's do the construction building. Admittedly, I think the construction building is going to be a pretty easy one for the most part because it's just kind of, take a generic tower and, you know, block people from entering it. Let's see. Trying to think what's the best way to handle that. Will there be vehicles? I already answered that. Sorry. Looks like I missed your message, Just a Geek. No worries. Um, the okay, so make okay, what's a I feel like I should put like a chain fence or something. You know, I should put a chain fence around both of these. Did I use anything good for the original? Okay, let's check the material manager to see if there's anything that might look good as a material. Um, Otherwise, I have to see. Um, okay, so 12, 1. Okay, so let's just, hey there, B-Man, how's it going? Hope your day is going well. So let's make this a little metal hole thing. Okay, so 0.5, 7, 0.5. Okay, so metal, that's shiny. We had some good metal somewhere. So this one? No. So you? Okay, that looks that could be it. Some good distressed metal. Okay, so then we can make that look correct. And hopefully, now let's downsize this to 0.25. Yeah, okay, so what's like a chain link fence? Does it have a bar on top usually? Looks like so. All right, so then we are also going to do this. Chain link fence. And okay, so let's just look up, let's see if we can find any good textures. Oh, this is a mesh part. I don't know how I feel about that. Hopefully this is a texture, not a, my goodness. They literally made these. This might be the most inefficient mesh part I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. This is a 3D modeled. Okay, yeah, no, that's not what we're using. Okay, let's try attempt to. Okay, this looks more reasonable. Okay, texture, good, good. Okay, this is going in the right direction. Okay, so let me just. I don't need that much. I don't need that many textures for. Okay, so how about we put that in, set to 0. Okay, so surface appearance. Okay, move this texture ID over to um, surface appearance. Material transparency 0. Or wait. Okay, so this one. Okay, so we need to make this look correct. Okay, how do we change? Okay, so if I make this invisible, that's not going to work, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so if I make this transparency, all right, that works. Yay. Okay, so now we just get a, basic white texture to make something metallic um, look good. I feel like I did this. Was it over here? Yep. Okay, so now we're going to copy this over from the metalness map. Yeah, though maybe the right move would actually be to copy over this one's, but you know. Metalness map. Yeah, fence. Woo. Okay, so model, edit pivot. Okay, so world pivot. Okay. Just trying to figure out, okay, because I don't want the actual pivot to be. All right. Hey there, Nexus. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Am I expanding the maps 2 and 3 or just updating them? I mean, it, it it's a tough thing to say, I guess, perfectly, because if you look around, you could argue that this is an expanded version of the map. Like there's, for example, the warehouses are there's more inside of them. There's there's another ship, more boxes. Map is generally a little bit bigger. Thank you, Callie. I hope I'm saying that correct. Yeah, thank you. Uh, but yeah, no, I think it's just a we're sticking to the general design. I like it should my goal is that this is what the map should have been if I'd been updating it the entire time. So not necessarily changing the bones of it, but just remaking it. Like same vision, better implementation. That's the main goal. Okay. So it's looking okay. How do I make this shorter without it looking bad? Okay. Mhm. So it's about one too far. How many of these are there? So there are 13. So 13. And how long is this? So this one is, so it's 152. So 152 divided by 4 is 76, 38. So it's 38, which can be divided into 17. And okay, so if I want this to stick, I need it to only be so 17, and then 17, and then there is third. Okay, so 156 divided by 3 is 52. No, divided by 4, that's 39. Was it 156 or 152? Did I do my math wrong? That's 152. Okay, so 152 so divided by 4 is 38. And then so divided by, how long is this currently? So this is currently about 12. So yeah, so that isn't going to work. So what's the most like we can remove? Okay, so 34, so divided by 2, so it's 19. All right, I think we're just gonna have to accept it. I missed the original map. Well, it's gonna be open source, so you won't have to miss it necessarily. Sorry. Yeah, I've been zoned out for a bit, trying to do some mental math to figure out how I would get this to perfectly fit the um, the size here. And it seems like the only option really available is doing it by twos. As you can see here, that seemed to work. Okay, so now let me respond to your messages. Okay, will this be a new game in Roblox? This will be an update to Superhero Life 2. The goal here is to make it so that um, I don't necessarily have to that I can make updates to Superhero Life 2 and without everything breaking. And I think since I'm going to be going through the effort of remaking everything, might as well remake it in a way that is meaningful. Not just remake the back end, but the front end. And so that's the main goal here, where I am just trying to okay, so I'm going to assign this to be a fence, and then these are fence rows. Um, yeah, like I want the first big update I want to be not just everything functions a little bit better. I want it to feel better. I want it to be more fun, you know? And I think that that'll pay off. Let's move forward by okay, so that looks like it's fitting. That is it actually fitting? Yeah, there we go. Okay. The let's see. Yeah, no, so Superhero Life 4 is yeah, so we're as you all may have heard or witnessed firsthand, Superhero Life 4 is in development purgatory. I wouldn't say hell because I wouldn't say that I haven't enjoyed making it, but you know, it's just pretty far from coming out. So development purgatory. Um, and to hopefully fix this, we're just going to release something in scope, and that should hopefully get things rolling. And it'll be a code base for me to release Superhero Life 4 on. Like the goal is to keep all the Superhero Life games running off the same code. That way, bug fixes are applied equally across them. Yeah. What's in scope? What is this? What is this word? Um, let's see. So yeah, so we have these sort of fences. Okay, so like it's like a chain linked fence rows. Okay. All right. So I think that this is pretty good. So we're going to see. Oh, did we just crash? No, nope. Okay. Sometimes my camera just gives up for a moment. Oh, it looks like it's been giving up for a while. Nope. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the yeah, no, Wolf, I'm not sure if you heard me, but the original map is going to be available, downloadable even. You'll be able to play the open sourced version of the original game. It's just, you know, I have to make sure that the remake is a success before I open source the original. Um, to playtest, will Superhero 4 have similar character customization to playtest from uh, a while back? Okay, yeah. So I do think that Superhero Life 4 will have the best customization of any Superhero Life game. I don't know exactly what features will keep and which will not. I know that my opinion on the custom characters has changed a bit because it's gone from like, oh, wouldn't it be really cool to this adds a lot of asset overhead, which slows down the entire project. And so while, I'm really proud of what we made of the character model we made for the first one, first attempt. I don't think we'll end up going that direction. We'll be trying to reuse as many of the assets as possible, especially the really cool weapons. But beyond that. Okay, so fence row. Trying to think, what's a good? So let's just put a basic building here for now. Okay, but there's better facades out there. Let's see. What so we have that facade. Wasn't there a third facade? I could have sworn there was a third facade. So let's go to the material manager. Plugins, view, assistant, texture generator, material. Oh no, what have I done? Uh, facade. Okay, how about okay? So that one. Okay. The thing is, I don't feel like this would be a building that'd be made today. Like it's a big brick building. That doesn't seem correct. Do they make these still? Um, Facade. Yeah, might have to just accept, this one until we have time to do a. Well, everything to be able to have a texture applied in the remake. A lot of things. Well, I don't want to like have a blanket promise because some things might just not make sense to texture. But I want to have a lot of it be texturable. Right. Are you talking about in real life, or is there like a cool open source asset library? Because if there is a cool new one, then I would love to see them. Um, oh, really? Okay. Okay. But like, I guess to me, like brick skyscrapers, because like this one's like a maybe not a skyscraper, but it's what 15 stories. So yeah, no, I think people like brick on smaller things still. It's just when you have something past, maybe like the 10-story level, and like, I don't feel like I see too many like stone masonry inspired, stuff like that's pretty last century for the most part. But maybe I'm incorrect. Um, okay, this is just very okay. I'm torn on this because it looks very boring, but at the same time, you know, what's one to do? Let's open up Miro, get some inspiration, and I'm just gonna take some time, move in the okay, so we want to have those. Okay. Anything else? Trying to imagine. I guess I think there's some safety cone stuff, right? Like okay, so we have cars. Okay, fuse box. What else do we have? What is Super 2 City based off of again? Um, for the most part, it's based off my imagination. The only direct inspirations I can really think of are the main pedestal. Sorry, the main what do they call that? It's the Washington Monument, Egyptian thing. What did I name it here? How did I forget this word? It's a pretty normal word. It's not. Is it obelisk? Yeah, the obelisk. The big obelisk in the center of town. Um, that was inspired by something in Indianapolis, the city where I grew up, or near where I grew up. I'm not sure I'd say I had an urban upbringing. The okay, so yeah, no, the city it's a very odd city if you look at it for too long. The design of it wasn't super thought out for the most part. Okay, so just currently going through trying to find any. Uh, all right, I think this is pretty much it. Like I'm just going through and trying to get the various. No, I shouldn't really be decorating right now though, because because I want to save that for when it's time to do destructibles. Okay. Let's see. How do we make this building more interesting? Okay, let's open up brainstorming. Okay, so we have So we have that. I can't just make everything brutalist, no matter how much I might want to. I like these gaps. Those are kind of cool. Okay, let's do that. We're gonna have little gaps. Okay, and let's also make it. Okay, what size do we have here? So let's just go 96, 96, 96. We're gonna make a cube, and okay. So I think that we should now let's do a concrete block. Okay, so were there any actual rectangular concrete blocks, or were all of these just? Okay, here it is. Okay, so concrete block. Okay, so let's oh, these are concrete blocks, not concrete. Where's concrete? Okay, this is just raw concrete, which that probably is fine. We don't need to make everything a custom material. That's um that's how you get some very slowly loading games, I think. If you make everything just a custom material for the heck of it. Okay, so let's set this up. Okay, so okay, now that in mind, all right. See you, Wolf, whenever that may be. Okay, so now let's do let's do some actual pillars. Okay, so we're gonna have okay, we're going to put that there. Okay, so where'd the rig go? I feel like we need to make it a little bit taller. You know, that works. That works. Okay, so now let's see, how do we sort of like block out the different building material things? Okay, because on the one hand, okay, so we can have that added. I feel like for the most part, like construction happens on a more individual level. Let's see. Just considering making them shorter. Um, okay, so is this going to be enough? Let's do it by 2. Okay, and then all right, so that looks workable. Okay, so now let's move this over and let's see. Okay, so 3, 5. Let's increase it just one more. Okay, so now so 3, 5, 3, 5. So now we can actually have this start as the okay. Okay. Like that. Okay, so let's make this a little bit darker for the sake of contrast. Now, okay, I'm going to call this concrete floor. Let's see. Will the buildings have lights like Chest Light? I mean, they'll definitely have a lights. It's like this company's called Nightcycle, so it'd be a bit silly um, if we didn't have those. But yeah, I think the exact implementation will vary because Chest Life, all of the buildings had a full interior, whereas in this game, that's not necessarily the case. Though my goal is to let every building have an interior, but similar to the original Superhero Life, a lot of the buildings themselves are, just filler, with only one or two rooms per building. And I think I was right to do that. I think Chess Life was an interesting experiment in terms of making a city feel fleshed out, but at the end of the day, all those empty rooms just added a lot of performance overhead, slowing down players, and without necessarily adding too much to the immersion. Though it was cool to try. I don't regret trying. I just think that it, might not have worked out. So I probably should have done this a long time ago. It's just bugging me. All right, so let's actually move these into the correct place. Okay, so Syndicorp Tower 1, Syndicorp Tower 2, Syndicorp Tower 3. Yeah. Let's see. What if the gap? Yeah. So I'm actually not sure what I'm going to be putting on these gaps. I think something should go here. I don't know if it'll be a parking garage just because then you have to rationalize how the cars get up there. I think if I made the lower part a parking garage, that would make sense. Um, you know. Okay. So let's. Okay, that's looking all right. All right, yay. About the superhero secret base inside the house, are you planning to remake those ones too? Yes, yeah. Those should get an upgrade. Hopefully, the system itself will be made a lot more flexible. You know, we're hoping to support different types of apartments as well as different more control over the bases themselves. Let's see. What else? What else? I think this is looking all right. We just need to add some of the tarps, I think. Plugins, material, uh, tarp, fabric, plastic. It's not bad. Plastic. Uh, Fabric, carpet pattern. How would the how enjoy your French fries, man? Yeah, no, the original Superhero Life 2 base system is very it's not it hasn't aged well, nor did it start well. It was not poor. It was not well made, and so hopefully that'll this will be a fix to that. Nothing seems to really have that like plasticky kind of plasticky construction worker sheet feel, you know? I think I might just have to accept this one. It's not ideal, but you know. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Galaxy. Enjoy your fries, gaming zone. How will the powers be balanced? Um, I'm going to. I'm currently thinking that you will be able to distribute like your basically a number of skill points across your powers, and that way, you know, people can specialize while at the same time not necessarily needing to what's it called? Well, at the same time, you know, getting something more flexible than just the cooldown system, because not every item or like cooldown and energy. I think energy is an interesting idea, and I'm glad that Superhero Life 2 made an attempt to balance things. But I think energy is just not a flexible enough solution for the most part. And so I'll be moving away from that towards, just having more tuning of the powers themselves. Um, and also that opens up the idea of, instead of buying more, maybe the Game Pass becomes extra skill points or something, like just allows you to start your character progression at a higher level. But I don't want the progression ceiling to be too massive. Like I feel like a person who plays the game for a day or two should be able to max out their character. This isn't the goal isn't for this to be some like infinite game. It's just to have progression and for it to mean something when you put effort into a character. Okay. Currently creating this from the perspective of like what would like you want to do to be like OSHA compliant or something? Like you want to make sure every single area is kind of like somewhat guarded. Um, you know, like you don't want anyone to be able to fall off a ledge. And so yeah, I think that should get the gist of stuff before we add anything else. But yeah, so this should be fine. Tart. Okay, so I think okay, so let's group all these up. Okay, so we'll call this construction building. Let's close the library. Okay, so construction building, we're gonna have fences under it, or construction zone. I guess, should we add the crane now? Because I think that would be, you know, relatively, relatively simple. We'll have to make some modifications for the most part, but this basic idea shouldn't have too much of an issue. Let's see. This crane did a pretty good job. So we'll just save the crane as a we'll make a very basic you know just make something that looks very obviously metal, like construction metal kind of thing, and we'll work with it as things go along. Okay, we're just going to we're going to pop this up, rotate it. Okay. All right. This is just a very rough version of the crane. Okay. Okay. So just a very basic crane head. The pivot, put it right here. Okay. So now, okay. All right. So we have that basic idea in. Um, Planning to publish the game when you finish it, or wait until after? I'm not sure I understand the question, Brian. I'm sorry. I guess I'm thinking you're asking with like finishing something specifically. I guess because the way I see it is I'll publish it once it's playable. I'm probably going to do a tester release where people who play Superhero Life 2 can teleport to this game once the core gameplay is there, and then it's just going to be, and then it's not going to replace the main game until it's done. You know, like when it's fun, I'll make it so people can play it, but it's not going to replace the main one until it's fully, fully replaced. Because I don't want anyone to view it as a downgrade. You know, yeah, and the back here, yeah, these are the Syndicorp. This is the Syndicorp area. Mhm. I should put the chain link fence around here too. Okay, so let me move these. So let's see. All right, that's lined up pretty good. Um, let's see. Well, I appreciate it, Wolf. I think, low poly can look pretty good on its own. It's just when you have something like this and then, have like the HD trees, honestly, like it might become a thing where we just end up replacing the trees with something more appropriate, but then we still have to deal with the grass. It's just, finding the right fit for the entire game. I want to make these tarps were used to be prettier, you know? Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so now let's copy that fence over. Okay, so now let's line this up. Okay, so chain link fence, chain link fence, chain link fence. Okay, so I'm going to call this one a chain link fence pole. Chain link fence pole. And we're gonna make sure that it's also considered a fence. Oh wait, are all of these considered? Ooh, that's not good. Okay, actually, we're gonna have to do some quick mass editing of the fences. Okay, so select children. Okay, we'll make them not a fence. That's quite offensive. But let's see. Okay, so we're gonna select the fence parts. Okay, that should be better. Mr. Stream ending soon. Yeah, next 15 minutes. But don't worry, it's mostly just been working on the construction building. Yeah, the nothing too crazy. Fun, but not exactly like you can still recognize the game. Okay, so and then adding the fences. You doing? Yeah, no worries at all, Eric. I will be doing it tomorrow. The fence should be climbable. Ideally, the fences will also be destroyable. So if like you punch one, you can just knock through it. Um, I think, well, I guess climbable, you should be able to jump over. I'm not sure if it'll have like a whole custom animation. That really depends on how I do parkour in the game. That's its own problem to deal with. But yeah, okay. So we have this more or less. Um, thank you, Joy. Yeah, no, I think now that we're starting to get the main building stuff in, I think it's all starting to come together. You know, let's see but yeah, what building do we work on next, yo? Let's see, thinking. Let's see. Thank you. I think the construction site, yeah, I think that came together pretty well. Um, what is your opinion of PvP RP? I think that it is admirable. admirable of them to want to incorporate risk into the roleplay. It kind of reminds me of like Dungeons and Dragons type roleplay where you're not really in control, but you're still in character. And I think that in my hope is that PvP role players will be supported more by you know, better game mechanics. Dang it, where did this come from? Okay, we're just gonna have to reposition this. Okay, let's see, is that work? Okay, looks good. Okay, so I think that's more or less filling in. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty nice. I think the construction building really makes it start to feel like an actual map, you know? Like it's not just a mayor's office would be cool. Yep, that'll be the, so I guess, yeah, so mayor's office town hall area, that is up next. Do y'all want to start working on that pretty quickly? I guess so we have prison, mayor's office, bank, apartments, and hospital. Those are the remaining areas, official areas. I want to do something between the hospital and the school, but you know, beyond that, uh, so I did work. Yeah, the gravity controller looks pretty cool, though it's still a bit buggy to my understanding. So once the gravity controller is a bit more stable, I'll definitely be doing a lot of stuff with that. I'll have all my games use the gravity controller if I can. Um, like the you know the physics avatar, that's what they're calling it. Um, so Superhero Life 4 is probably not going to have planet generators, but I am going to integrate procedural generation like I have before. Like check this out. Like technically right here, this stuff, these are procedurally generated storefronts, a very basic version of them. But I'll be using procedural generation across the Superhero Life games to add decoration and details. I don't think I'll necessarily be using them for entire planets. This isn't Minecraft as much as fun as that kind of project is. I think that fully procedurally generated just makes things too difficult. Where's the prison? So the prison's back here. So have we decided what we're making next? Yeah, the prison's right behind the mayor's office in Syndicorp. Um, mhm. Yeah, it's all looking pretty good, I think at least. Are uh, are there going to be some ninja uniforms? Um, that's a good question. I don't think I'll make it a specific uniform, but you know, making something that's ninja adjacent, I think could be pretty fun. Either the prison or mayor's office. All right, so we have a double vote for prison or mayor's office. What do y'all think? Prison or mayor's office? Which one should we do next? Yeah, I do want to have more ninja stuff. I think that's just everything when you add a little bit of ninja, like Batman ninja. Uh, like that was a fun concept art. Like you know, Star Wars ninja. Just like adding things, making stuff a little bit Japanese. You know, is just makes it cooler. It's just a rule. So I gotta support that. Um, artifacts. So I will have to keep some of them for backwards compatibility, but for the most part, my goal is not to. I mean, I'll have artifacts in it, but it won't be a separate thing. It'll be like part of the character customizer. And when possible, the artifacts will be, you know, rolled together into new assets. I don't like having the artifacts, but I understand that a lot of people got a lot of use out of them. Let's see. One of my first suits is based off off Assassin's Creed. It had knife and bow. Oh, awesome. It's a good game. Well, I'm thinking of the older Assassin's Creed games, honestly, but I haven't played any of the more recent ones. Um, so let's see, prison or town hall? We have decisions to make. Let's see. I do kind of like just the city hall design from the first one. It's just kind of cool, you know? Prison. All right, looks like we're getting prison. Okay, so let's start with some concrete blocks, I think. I think it seems like appropriate for it to be a concrete block. Um, you know, question is, okay, so if we have these, okay, so these are the concrete blocks. So let's make it kind of a, so what's a good color for the prison? Kind of probably like a greenish, maybe? It's a bit on the nose. Let's tone it down a bit. Little bit of green ain't bad. Should look a little bit dirty, you know? Um, concrete. Okay, so we're just going to start by making the walls. Do like this. I do like, you know, having this kind of this overhanging. The angle's a bit steep, so we're going to have to work with that. But I do like the idea of the prison kind of being like a. Okay, so wedge. So let's go to wedge. What the heck? Why is it failing? I'm selecting just one. Oh, it's because I'm not selecting the con. Okay, yeah, I wasn't selecting the right plugin. Okay. But yeah, no, I like the idea of having it be more of like a panopticon kind of imposing super prison thing. Like it should be like okay, so let me also make one concrete block wedge. Concrete block corner wedge. Okay, so what angle are we looking for here? Only 5 minutes left, y'all. Time just flew by this stream. Okay, so let's get okay, so we have one. Okay, so now hey there, what's up? Love you. Like my girlfriend, everybody. Yeah, she is a busy person, though it also means because she is busy, um, we can stream for an extra hour. Y'all want to stream for an extra hour? I kind of want to stream for an extra hour. I think that'd be fun. Okay, let's keep streaming. We're not going to tell anyone. It's going to be our secret. Okay. Okay. So, okay, but we have to end exactly an hour from now. All right, we're doing extra. We're gonna get the prison done. We're gonna get some cool stuff. Okay. So, all right. Let's I'm gonna so 16 by 16. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the question is, how much? I'm kind of digging this setup here. That feels cool, you know? Okay, so what is that? It says 28 by, okay, okay, so we can do that. All right. Oh, you beat Uncharted. Good job, Gaming Zone. Welcome back. How was it? Let's see. Okay. So I think I'm liking this part. Trying to decide what looks better. When I move it back, it kind of looks all right. Hmm. Decisions. Okay. So now, so bringing this in. So what do I do if I want to put one in the middle? That looks pretty good. So which axis is this? Am I moving on? Okay, so z-axis. So then I'll just copy the z and line that. Okay, I like that. I like this so far. This looks pretty good. Let's see. How long is this? This is 168. So we got a little bit more to go until we get to 168. So perfect. Okay, so that is just enough to encroach on the Cindercorp buildings. But those can be moved over a little bit. Maybe I should make these a little bit smaller, honestly. Okay, so let's remove 5 from each side. That's not going to be enough. Okay, let's remove 10, and we're just going to press it closer. Okay. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Need game recommendations? Uh, I don't know. I'm not. I guess other Naughty Dog games. If you like that one, yeah. Thank you, Squid Stick. I like them too. I like the corners too. Um, but no, yeah, I agree. I think we should do something with the you know what'd be awesome actually? Here's an idea that I kind of like. Okay, y'all are gonna go crazy. Um, let's okay. Let me first. I need to finish up the walls. Then I will make the ultimate reveal. Let's, um, okay, so this is now 148. So in order to fit this, so 148. And then okay, so let's just finish up these, and we should have a pretty evil looking building, I think. Okay, but let's see, I'm gonna move this one back a little bit. I want them to have a little bit of room, a little bit of space between them. But yeah, okay. So for the most part, though, let's check that out. And I think we've got a pretty good set. Okay, so let's move these over. And then we'll have, something. So this would be an X position. So position 174, 74. Okay, perfect, perfect. Um, I'm gonna change the scale of them. Let's see. Let's go 18. Okay, so okay, so 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. We want to have more space in the middle. That's why I'm reducing them. It's not because it didn't look good with the previous one. It's just kind of a, you know. Uh, okay, so I think that looks, I'm going to make it 20. Are we going to add a skyway between the buildings? Probably not. I think they look pretty good separated. I'm going to join the base of them most likely, but I don't know if I'll put a skyway between them. I do want to have a skyway in a superhero life game because I think skyways are cool. I just think that for the specific architectural style that the Syndicorp buildings ended up being, it just doesn't fit. But yeah, so let's see. Now, moment of truth. Let's convert this to a regular part. And because I want to try something. Basically, I want to raise, all right, so let's see, how do we, what's a good level that feels balanced? I think this one, it's a good height. Okay, and then we're going to go about, right, so we're just gonna bring this gap in. Okay, so I think, thank you, Wolf, I appreciate it. Uh, let's see, let's see, I'm sorry I'm not being super talkative. I just really want to get this right. My brain's in like full, like what would look cool mode, essentially. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Um, okay, so that looks pretty good. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, okay, I'm going to take the ocean and put it in the, does it deserves to go somewhere, and having it just floating in the main area is going to be a headache. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to, okay, so group these together, sync it down. Yeah, okay, that was looking all right. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to edit the terrain, and we're going to have it be underground a bit. I think that'll be pretty cool. Um, so view terrain editor, edit. Why is it on the side? I am not. Okay, there we go. So I feel like I was going crazy. All right, so let's just go from there to there. To there. All right, so that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit more this way. Okay. So now let's delete that. Perfect. So now we can get something pretty cool. Okay, so it looks like we need to go a little bit more this way. Okay, does that look good for everyone? No, what? No, that looks like that cut into the, um, okay. So, okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Please, let's keep the chat reasonably, PG. I'd prefer that. So if you could do that, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay, so that works. That works. So now let's decide how deep this thing goes. Okay, so let's get the actual concrete foundation in there. It looks like we're going to be limited by the ocean's depth, which fine with me. All right. Okay. All right. Um, okay. Do seem to be in a pretty good spot. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So honestly, I'm starting to think that I don't really like the whole color scheme, you know? Concrete floor. Like, let's mess with this a bit. Yeah, so we're working on the prison right now. I think it's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, so that's it's looking all right. Now the question is, what's the best? Okay, this is pretty cool. Where will the gate be? Probably one of the side streets. Not really sure yet. Stretch. I don't know. Stretched and caused myself a tension headache. Okay. Let's see. See how it looks with if there's just one of these on top, you know? How does that look? I think the problem is we made the power plant like this kind of brutalist, you know, thing. So we have to be careful not to. Oh, and then like we literally did. This is the row of concrete slants. You know, like it, that wasn't intentional. It just happened. Just happened that way. Hopefully that isn't too much of a problem. Trying to think what's a way to like make to differentiate this a bit more. Okay. So the courtyard is going to be underground, almost certainly. The ooh, you back? All right, awesome. I'll wrap up stream. Love you. All right, guys. Looks like we've got about an extra half an hour today, but we're going to be wrapping up in just a minute. I think I am pretty happy with where we're leaving off because I think it is a pretty cool area. Let's see, move these in a bit more. All right. And in terms of the actual gate, we'll have that be. Let's see. Let's actually extend these inwards. Okay. So let's okay, so that one goes up to there, goes up to there, goes up to there, goes up to there. Um, Hold up. Okay, so we're just going to so that's how people are going to get in through these sort of walkways. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. Then we'll put all the okay, so I'm going to call this underground concrete thing. Yeah, so then we're gonna have the gates be these things here. Okay, so let me just change the sizing of this. Be a little bit more easy to uh, okay. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then let's see, how much more could I? We're at 35, 36. This one should be 35. 35. This one should be 36. 6. All right. So I think we have a um, pretty cool, pretty cool prison thing. Let's see. I'm trying to think like what else could we add to make it to finish this up, but for the most part, beyond just a basic, outline at the top, I think we're pretty much, set. Okay. So yeah, I think we can call this one a wrap. Okay. Yay. Cool. That's a cool prison. That'll be hell to be in. That's cool. All right. Perfect. Um, but yeah, so I think that this looks pretty good. Um, Prison. All right. And so with that, yeah, I think stuff is starting to look pretty good. Yeah, I think this is an upgrade. Yeah, I think the prison looks pretty awesome. Right, the sunken underground thing. We're gonna put some cool stuff down here for sure. Um, but yeah, Should be perfect. Let's see. All right. So I thank y'all very much for stopping by today. I think we did some pretty cool things. Um, and yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow for not for 2 hours. Yeah, yeah. The stream is ending now because um, I only so the stream's only supposed to be for 2 hours. But my girlfriend was busy, and I usually hang out with her after stream, and so you know thought that I would continue streaming until she became available. And about 5 minutes ago, she said, "No, she's free to hang out." And I want to do that. I can tell you from having worked a lot of all-nighters and just gone crazy with work. Uh, you want to make sure to pause for the human moments because at the end of your life, you won't look back and wish that you had, worked more. Look back and wish you'd hung out with those you care about more. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thank you all very much. And I will see you all tomorrow. All right. Bye.